So I had one of my clients ask me, right? He was like, "Gee, coach, how did you figure out that you wanted to become a fitness coach? How did you figure out, or how did you become a content creator and mentoring hundreds of men? How did you get to where you're at currently? Because I know that I want to do something with my life. I want to, basically find what it is that I love to do, but I'm just kind of lost. Like I'm ready to put in the work, but I just don't know where to start." Now, again, everybody's journey is different, okay? But I created a whole Loom video, a whole video on how I went from working as an employee, right, to becoming a full time fitness influencer and content creator and business owner. Okay. This video, in depth, bro, like in depth, is going to give you how I did it. And it's going to give you some key points on how you could possibly do it too. Okay. So let's get into the video and hopefully it helps out. If you guys want more videos like this, right, let me know so that I can start posting more videos like this and giving you guys more insight and more value on things probably outside of fitness too. But let me know in the comments though. Let me know in the comments if it's valuable. If you want to see more like this, let's watch this video. All right, so I'm going to tell you exactly how I went from a full-time employee to a full-time fitness influencer. FYI, it took me like 3 or 4 times to do this video. So hopefully this is the one. All right, but I'm going to tell you exactly how I did that, okay? Step by step by step. But we have to start from the beginning, okay? If you're a person, right, that right now you don't 100% know what it is you want to do, okay? And you're trying to figure it out. Maybe this video could help highlight some things for you and help you out moving forward. But only one way to find out. Let's watch it, okay? So how I started, all right? Before I can give you the sauce on how I did it, you have to know where I started, okay? So that you know that I actually had jobs too, so that you can understand that I can resonate with where you're at, okay? After high school ended and I played my last high school game, all right, I began to prepare for graduation and my first semester as a college student. This was the beginning of me walking into my new life in all areas. All right. Because I, at first, from 10 to 15, 16, 17, my parents did a lot of things for me. I didn't have a whole lot of financial responsibility. My job was basically to work out, play basketball. Now that I was getting older, I was no longer playing basketball anymore. Especially like I wanted to at the collegiate level, but it just didn't happen. I had to get a job. I had to, handle bills and stuff like that. So this was a picture of one of my last big events that we did when I was in high school back in 2015. Yeah, I am old. But yeah, that was, the last event that I did then. Now, during that summer, going from 2015, from when I graduated to fall 2015, that's when I didn't have to go play basketball anymore. I didn't have AAU. I didn't have any training. So I just took up my time with working, playing video games, doing what I wanted to do, basically for the most part. But I had to get a job, so because I wanted to have some money saved up. Because my parents was like, "Hey, man, like we'll help you out with the financial load when it comes to your college and stuff. But but if you want any extra money, like you want some play money or anything, you gonna have to make that yourself." So to pass the time and get some money, so to pass some time, I started searching for a job. My friend at the time, his name is Earl. He helped me with finding a job. Helped me land a job at Kroger because he was working there too, and I worked at the meat and the deli department. Okay, that job was pretty okay. I did it for 2 summers, but I stopped doing it because the management and everything. It's just if you work there during the time, you'd understand. But it just wasn't something that I wanted to do long term. And I didn't want to keep on coming back to it after every summer. I actually wanted to switch it up. Okay. My job experience from 2015 to 2020, because that's how long I was in college. Okay. I had many jobs, right? Years went on. I had many jobs working as a temp for on staff. I was doing like warehouse jobs. I was doing like factory jobs. I was doing all that type of stuff when you're a temp. Okay. I was doing it all. I did campus jobs where I was like campus walk. I was walking and patrolling campus, make sure that everything was okay. Um, I did internships for my major. I worked at this golf course where I did data entry, organizing files, checking people into their hotel. I mean, into their like, because it was like a golf, like people would go there like on a golf retreat. So they'd have a room that they bought, right? So I would, sign them into that, right? And I also was a hotel front desk person. I worked at Airtime. Airtime is a trampoline place. I worked at a lot of places. I worked at a gas station, right? I've had many jobs at once at one point. So I know the grind. Like I know like what it's like to work a lot of jobs that are kind of repetitive. You don't really want to do, but you're just doing because you have to make some money, right? And there was a lot of times I didn't like the major that I was doing too, right? So I strongly disliked the jobs I was doing, and I didn't like my major. I didn't even know if I wanted to do the careers in my major, right? That's what it got down to. So I was like, man, like I am totally lost. Have no clue of what to do. But it's okay because I was only like, what, 18, 19, 20, 21. If you're 18, 19, 20, 21, you're not supposed to know like what you want to do. And especially if you're under 25, you're not supposed to have it all together. You're not supposed to know what you want to do, right? Now, if you do, man, that's perfect, right? But keep going. So, like everybody else, right, who doesn't like having a job, right? I tried to do something where it would replace my income and I didn't have to work a job, right? So, I tried sports betting. I did IML Academy, Forex. I did day trading. I did e-commerce, but none of these businesses did well for me, and I lost a lot of money than I gained. The reason why I lost a lot of money doing these things is because I wasn't passionate about them, and I didn't really. I was more in it for the money. I'm not saying that you can't make money sports betting because I know people that do. I'm not saying that you can't make money with forex because people do. It's basically network marketing. Um, I know people that do day trading and make tons of money, but and also e-commerce. It just didn't work out for me because everybody's different. Okay, everybody has different things that they're into, but that didn't stop me from pursuing my dream of being an entrepreneur. Like I had 4 failed business attempts before I even got something that got remotely close to what it was that I like closely stable. So I failed 4 times. Okay, so if you're trying to figure something out, if you failed, don't think it's the end all be all. I failed 4 times. I probably failed more times than that. I probably did something else too. Because there was this one thing where they was doing like the vending machine thing. I never did that, but I was going to do that. I also had a merch line too. So I had like where I was selling shirts and stuff like that. Worst thing in the world to do. Selling shirts is the worst thing to do because it's so much upfront cost. Now, unless you have like a big following, your shit is like you can make the merch from scratch like yourself. That's a lot of upfront cost to that just didn't work for me. Like I had a lot of things. So I had 5 failed attempts, right? Before I got into what I ultimately was supposed to do. So, yeah, now I think about this a lot. So when I had these failed attempts and when I was doing these jobs, right? Because the failed attempts made me have to work a job. So I knew I wanted more out of life than just working a job and just living the weekend to get drunk. Because that's basically what I was doing. I was working 40 hours, whatever. I was like, man, let's get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't happy. Like, I wasn't happy. So I was just trying to numb the pain. I was ready to put in the work. Like I knew I was ready to put in the work for, whatever I had to do to, get the life that I wanted or get the situation that I wanted. But I had to know exactly towards what though. Like what am I going to put all this effort towards? Like what is my strategy? So here is exactly how I managed to never work a job again. After 2021, I think it's 2021, but don't quote me. 2021, it was the last job that I ever had. I was working at this warehouse. They just let me go for no reason. I called them up. Wait, hey, why did they let me go? I actually like that job too. I had an hour break, right? My friends all worked there. It was an easy job. It was a warehouse job, but it was pretty easy. But I knew I was only going to stay there for a short amount of time because I was moving back home from college. But still, like the fact, like I wanted to stay there until I left. Um, so that was the last job that I had, and from there on, I was like, I'm never having a job again. Like, I just can't do this shit no more. Like, you guys think that having a job is stable? It's really not. They can fire you anytime. So I just locked in. All right. But this is how I did it though. Like, I have to break down to you specifically how I did it. Okay. So during the time when I was, doing all these jobs, right? I found out what I would do all day for free. Like that's the first step because if you're watching this, you want to create a business because a business is sustainable long term. A business is going to continuously bring in that income, right? If you create a service, okay? Because that's what I'm in, the service industry, okay? So I found out what I would do for all day for free. For me, that was fitness, as you can see. I would work out 1 to 2 times a day, right? For free. Like I would give people tips for free. I would, work out all day. Like I loved it. I loved the shit, right? I still love it to this day, right? And that passion is what you need because when you're starting an endeavor or starting a business, if you're not passionate about what you do, you're going to quit. And that's why, honestly, I think that a lot of business fold or a lot of people are not good content creators because they're just not passionate about what they are talking about so that it's easy for them to quit. You only really fail, a business only fails if you quit. Okay. So you have to find out what you would do all day for free. You have to find that. Like me, I tried a lot of different stuff. Especially when you're young, you just need to try stuff. You need to just try until something is like, actually, I actually fuck with this. Right. So you have to try a lot of things. Okay. So I was just open to trying things, found out what I like to do. Okay. Once I found out what I like to do, all right, or love to do, I began to document on social media my workouts and my progress daily. I gave people free game daily and never held back what I learned throughout my journey, right? This created trust with my audience. Now, at the time, was I in my mind like, oh yeah, I'm going to strategically, do this for this? No, I was just doing it because, hey, I was getting right. I was getting in shape. I just want to share it with people. I just want to show my physique. I just want to flex, right? And I was always somebody that liked to help people. So I was like, hey, if somebody asked me a question, I would just talk about it on my story. I just make a video about it, right? And then people liked that. They was like, okay, they would try it for themselves, and they're like, oh, that actually worked. Thanks, G. I'm like, yeah, man, anytime. When I first did this was not a business. I did not want it to be a business. There was nothing in my mind that was like, yeah, this is going to be a business. I was just doing it because I love to do it. Right. And this was during the time when I was doing Forex and all that kind of stuff. I was just doing this just to do it. I was like, hey, I just like being on the internet, showing my workouts and stuff like that. I just like doing that. That was something I just like to do. I just like to be on Instagram, show my workout. I just like doing that. I don't know. I never had any resistance to it. I just did it. Okay. So I document the process daily, and you guys will figure out why that's so important later. Okay. Three. Once I identified with being this guy that loves fitness, I had to get results for myself, right? Because I can't give people advice and document myself, but they're not seeing results, right? So I actually had to go out, right, and get results for myself, as I showed you in this clip here. All right, I had to show the audience exactly what that I knew what I was doing, because I can give advice all I want, but if I'm not getting results, then they ain't gonna listen. So I got that transformation right there, and then we're moving on. Okay, after I got the results for myself, and people saw me get them through documenting myself daily, they began to reach out and ask me how I did it and if I was a trainer. Right. The reason why documentation, especially when you're at your lowest point, is so important is because the audience gets to see you go from nothing to something. Right. And people love that. That's how you create a cult like following. That's how you get people who really trust you because they saw you at the bottom. You guys that are trying to wait until you're at the top or you're something to show where you're at, you're selfish, and you're not going to get the amount of benefit that you could be getting because you're just so in your head, right? And by documenting myself daily, it held me accountable. The reason why I honestly was posting a lot of my stuff on social media is because I was holding myself accountable. I was posting it on social media so that I did it publicly so that people had to hold me accountable. Because if I was just like y'all, because there was a big thing back in the day, like grind in silence, right? If I was grinding in silence like y'all, never posted it or never documented it, I would never be where I'm at now. If I held back the game and never gave people advice, I wouldn't be at where I'm at right now. They wouldn't trust me because they wouldn't see me do it. Look, people don't listen to what you say. They watch what you do. So if you're showing yourself working out day to day, they're going to be like, oh, this is interesting. Like he's working out, like he's doing something for him. Like he's motivating me. Right. And then I give you some tips to help you out with it. You're going to be like, oh shit. Okay, bet. But again, during this time, I wasn't thinking about it in this strategic approach. I was just like, hey, I'm going to just document this because I like doing it. I just want to show off my muscle because I just like doing it. People ask me for help. I'm going to just help them out. Right. That's all I was doing because I just loved it. That's why it has to be a passion. You need it in order for you to In order for you to leave what you're doing now to go do something else, you have to be passionate about it. Okay. And I was passionate about working out. Okay. Now, right, this interest in my coaching slash training, because people started reaching out to me. Like I was posting on Instagram, showing my results, right? And then it was like, man, bro, are you a trainer? Are you a trainer? Can you help me out? How'd you do it, bro? How'd you do it? Right? This interest in training gave me a perfect opportunity to monetize my passion. And I didn't even know it. Right. I was like dumbfounded. I'm like, oh, I don't know what the hell to do. So first I started training people in person because I'm like, yeah, I like to work out. So what's the best way to make money off working out? Because you don't make money off specifically working out, right? You have to make money off of helping other people work out, right? So I was like, how can I do that? Okay, the most common thing is to be an in-person trainer, right? So I started training people in person, but that was so draining. Like I was training people at one point all day, and it just wasn't sustainable for me. I couldn't do it. Like I would go train people from in college from 9 a.m. to about noon, be in class, and then train people from 5 to 9. Like that wasn't sustainable for me, especially in college. And then when I got home and all I could do was train because I convinced myself, I'm like, hey, look, hey, I don't give a fuck what has to happen. Like I'm gonna train people all day. I'm a DoorDash. I'm not gonna work no job. Fuck a job. I'm not doing that. Okay. That's the one thing about entrepreneur mindset. And how I got to where I got. I said, there's no plan B. I'm not working a job. Fuck that shit. Okay. I'll be on the street homeless before I do that shit. Okay. Literally, I said that. Now, of course, it wasn't going to get to that point, of course, because I had saved up some money, but still, like, I was like, no, I can't go back. I can't go back. This has to work. This has to work. So, um, after I realized that, hey, I can only train so many people per day, and this is not what I want to do. Like, I don't want to sit here and train people in person. I was like, this sucks. Okay. Like, just imagine you just being a therapist to people who just tell you their problems all day. You don't even want to work out. It'll be some days I hear that all day, and I'm like, man, I don't even feel like working out. I'm just so drained, right? So I was like, man, if I can only find out a way to take this online, I'll be so fulfilled. Like if I could just figure out a way to just train people like another way, like it has to be a way, right? Then I'll be happy. And it's crazy, right? On my TikTok, my mentor came up and he kept on coming up. I'm like, bro, what the hell? And this was when I was really into TikTok. So he just kept on coming up. It's like my For You page heard me or something. My phone heard me or whatever. So his page started popping up. And I started following him. He was telling me like how people are making 20, 30, 40, 50K a month. I'm like, that's cap, bro. There's no way that people are making this much money off of training people online. I kept on seeing his testimonials and I'm like, man, fuck it. Let me just hire this guy. Right. So he told me at the time it was like $400 a month or something like that. I didn't have that. Actually, I did have it. Right. But I didn't want to go through my savings. So I was like, hey, bro, look, hey, let me just DoorDash the money. I'm going to get that money to you. Right. He was like, yeah, he tried to hit me with a little sales pitch. Like, what's the worst that could happen if you do it right now? Blah, blah. I'm like, bro, I'm going to do it. Okay. I'm going to pay you the money because I can't do what I'm doing right now. Just give me until Monday. So Monday I paid him. And then after I paid him, the rest is history. I learned everything I could from him, right? And began getting my clients on. And then I began getting clients online. Like he taught me, how to get clients, how to retain clients, how to, set up a sales call. Like I was on his course, just ingratiating myself for a whole year in like how to be a better trainer, like how to be a better online coach. Like I literally was like, this is when I was back home from college, right? So literally all I was doing was going to the gym, right? Hopping on his client calls that he would have because he would do like a client. He has a whole team and stuff like that, a whole program. So I would hop on his calls every day. I would make sure that I hop on those calls. I'd be in the community. I'd be asking questions. I'd be reading all my notes. I was into that shit. Right. I was not fucking around. I'm like, bro, I have to make this work. Cause I was like at my desk at my parents' house, just figuring this shit out. Like just like getting getting all of it in, like just taking it all in. Right. And I was, just perfecting my craft. Okay. So after that, I got some clients, I got them some results. These are just some of the many clients that I've helped over the years. But I got some people some results, started realizing, hey, shit, I'm starting to get better, results for men across the world, more better results than I got for people who were my in-person clients. Right. So I was like, damn, this is kind of lit. So that led me to having my first 10K month because my service was helping hundreds of men worldwide. Like I wasn't just training people around here where I stay, like in Michigan. I was training people like in Florida, in Los Angeles, in I trained people in Ireland. Okay, I've trained people in Germany. Right, I've trained people all around the world. So I had my first 10K month. Right, in 2 years after this. My first 10K month was 2 years after I hired my mentor. Because I just told my mentor, I was like, hey man, if I could just make $2,000 a month, right? And just go to the gym as much as I want to, bro, I'd be fulfilled. Like you would have did everything I wanted you to do for me. And he was like, okay, done. I'm like, done. Okay. $2,000 a month. Because 2K a month, right? Do you know how I had to bust my ass to do that? I crunched the numbers. I'd have to work 2 jobs. I'd have to work both of them full time to make that, right? Just to get over that, right? So with the jobs I was working with at the time, right? So when because I crushed that the first month that I hired them, because I already had people interested in working with me, I just didn't know how to convert them, right? So over time, in the first 2 years, we made I had my first 10K month, right? And now I'm trying to scale it to 30, 40, 50, all that kind of stuff. So my mentor taught me these important 3 skills, right? That you need to learn, okay? That I needed to learn. If I didn't have these skills right now, I would not be here talking to you right now. I would still be in the rat race, or they call it. I still be working a job. These are 3 things that you need to learn, okay? You need to learn content creation, because that's ultimately marketing at the end of the day. I was good at marketing. I would post every day. I'd post all my workouts. I'd post clients that I was working with when I was in person. I was just really good at just marketing. I just was good at just talking on the camera and just showing everything I was doing. Okay. Marketing is basically just showing everything. Show your client wins. Show your wins. Show everything. Show all that stuff. Gloat about your program, all right, or your training. Gloat about your clients, okay, because then people are gonna be like, oh shit, they're gonna have FOMO. Damn, he's talking about this shit every day. Maybe his shit is great as he says it is, right? And if it is, then you should be talking about it every day, okay. 2 is sales, converting followers into paying clients. Like learning how to structure a sales call and how to not convince, because you never want to convince, how to help people, right, to making the right decision that works best for them, so that they can join your coaching program and and buy what you're purchasing, right? Because all sales is servitude. It's not about convincing someone to do something they don't want to do, okay? Because no one will do that, right? You are just there to help them out, right? And help them make the right decision. Okay. It's basic communication. Okay. And then client delivery. Once you get these people into your program or into your business, are you going to deliver on the promise that you gave them? Right? Are you going to get them the great results? Okay. He taught me these 3 things: how to create specific type of content to get leads and to get the type of person I want to work with that's going to pay to get in shape. He taught me sales, how to convert these people that were interested, right, in working with me into paying clients so that I could create an income for myself. And then client delivery, right? Okay, once you get them into your program, can you retain them so that you can have reoccurring subscriptions, right? And create an income, okay, and keep them happy, right? Those are the 3 most important things that you need to learn, right? And that I had to learn to get to this point that I'm at right now. You don't get paid to work out, okay? That's a misconception. Like, yeah, you could be an influencer and stuff like that, right? And technically, I guess, but it's like you have to learn content creation, marketing, right? To market yourself to these affiliate deals or whatever you're going to get, so that you can get paid to work out, right? You have to sell yourself to these affiliate to these brands that you're someone that they should go with, so that you can make an income off of whatever you're selling, if you're an influencer or whatever. Okay. Now that, and I think I spelled delivery wrong. Damn. That's why I'm not a fucking a fucking what is it, a English teacher. But with that being said, that's you have to learn these things. You have to learn content creation. These are high income skills. Okay, you need to learn these 3 things. Once I learned how to do these 3 things, because I've been honing these 3 things down since 2016. I've been posting content since, okay, realistically, I've been posting this fitness type of content all in since 2021, right? But I've been documenting what I do, right? I've been documenting like just being comfortable, just like posting since 2017, 2018, right? But Now, but it's been more niche down to fitness and helping specific guys since 2021, right? 2022, something like that. Okay. So those are the three things that, that my mentors have that they taught me. Now, these are the key takeaways. Okay. The key takeaways. You have to find what you're passionate about. If you're just doing something just to make some money, you may make some money. I'm not going to say that you might not. You might have that grit and that grind because you're passionate about making money. You might make money. You might. But once you make the money, you're not going to want to do it anymore. You find your passion by trying a lot of different things, and seeing if those things work out. Like you have to try a lot of things. Now, another way that you can find your passion is to find your current flaw, right? Your flaw could be, hey, you're fat. Turn it into a strength and then teach people how you did it. People buy information. People buy information. They do. They buy education. Why do you think colleges make a whole lot of money? Okay. The information that you've learned through your experience can be valuable to somebody else and they'll pay for that. Okay. And that's a passion. A passion at the end of the day is a feeling. If you feel you're good at this, right, then you'll feel like you're made for this, right? If people externally validate you and say, yeah, bro, you're such, you lost so much weight, you're motivational, blah, blah, blah. You'll start to feel like you're made for this shit. You'll start to feel like it's your passion because you're having that external validation from people and that internal validation of knowing, hey, I did all my workouts. I did lose the weight, right? So that's another way to find your passion. Find out what your biggest flaw is and fix it. Right? Some people's biggest flaw is they just can't make. They were from the bottom. They were broke. Right? So then they start learning how to make money in all types of ways, and that becomes their passion. Then they teach other people. Right? That's how you can do it. 2, get results doing what you love. Once you find out what you love to do, you have to show people. You have to get results in it first for yourself. You have to get results, and then you have to track how you did it so that you can create a strategy and package up that strategy to somebody else so that they can buy it. All right, and then you make money off of it. Okay, off your experiences. People will buy, right, or pay for your experiences so that they don't have to make the same mistakes you did. Okay, number 3, most important. Use social media to document your progress and get free value, to create trust and to build authority. This will not work if you're scared to get on to do content. You guys have to understand that if you want a long-term sustainable brand or long-term sustainable business, you have to have marketing. You have to get on social media and you have to market yourself. You have to create content because think about it. Every business that Subway, McDonald's, Burger King, all those places, Apple, what do they have? They have ads. They have commercials. How would they survive if they didn't have that? They probably wouldn't. They wouldn't make any money because people wouldn't know them. The more people know you, the more they know what you do. The more they know what you do, easier it is to kind of sell them, right? Once you document the progress and people start being like, you know what, bro, I really see you doing your thing. How are you doing it? How are you doing it? That's a good indication that you're on the right path. How did you do it, bro? And they start asking you questions on it, on whatever it is that you do, right? If it's fitness, if they start asking you how you lost the weight, if it's e-commerce, they start asking you how did you make all this money, right? You want to hire someone who has done what you aspire to do, in the niche that you've picked so that they can teach you how to convert these people, how to, get more people like that, right? They're going to teach you a strategy that's proven to help you, right? Number 5, get your clients that you get after you've hired the mentor and you've gotten clients because your mentor has helped you. You need to get your clients actual results. Like if you want this to be long-term for you, right? Because again, I'm only teaching you how to create a business. I'm not teaching you no bullshit. Like this is how you create a real business, right? Customer service is important. If they're not getting results in whatever you teach them to do, they're not going to stay, right? So that means you're always going to have to hunt. You're always going to have to find new clients. It's going to be very hard for you, right? It's like, think about it like this. It's like that fat loss client that, or it's like that guy that's trying to lose weight, but he's working out 5 days a week, but then he's eating whatever he wants on the weekend. He ain't never going to lose no weight. He ain't going to never see the progress that he wants because he's never buckling down. You guys have to make sure that, you're getting these people results. And that's what I did. I just made sure that the people that I, was working with, they got the results. I helped them out to the best of my ability. Okay. And then 6, I learned high income skills, right? Content creation, marketing, sales. Those are high income skills. You cannot become an entrepreneur if you don't have marketing, sales, and client delivery. It's that simple. Okay. Once you do these things, you will be able to leave whatever job that you have that you don't like, to doing what you want to do, to living on your type of time. In order for you to do what you want, you have to be valuable. All right. You have to have some type of skill that people are willing to buy, right? Because you don't make $1 million or you don't make money. People give you money. People give you money based off of the amount of value that you're giving them. Okay. People buy value. People buy things that they feel are valuable to them. Okay. So those are the key takeaways. Hopefully this helped you guys out. I will catch you guys later. This is another great YouTube video. If you guys want more videos like this, or you want, if you have any more video ideas for me, let me know in the comments. Because my goal is just to give out as much value as I can. All right, catch y'all later.